So now let's do example 2 on page 108, which says a rectangle is twice as long as it is wide. If its length is decreased by 4 and its width is decreased by 2 centimeters, the area is decreased by 24 centimeters squared. Find its original dimensions. So let's sketch a picture of this. So we have a rectangle. So I'll show it here. And it says that its rectangle is twice as long as it is wide. So we'll let it be x wide, and then its length will be 2x. Then it says its length is decreased by, so both these are going to be decreased. So I'm just going to show them in here. And we'll do this in a different color. It says that its length is decreased by 4 centimeters. So here's the length is up here, 2x. So this is going to then be 2x. Subtract 4 for this rectangle here. And then, and its width is decreased by 2. So this is going to then be x minus 2 going from here to there. All right, then we want to set up an equation. And you can see in this statement here, it says if its length is decreased by 4 centimeters and its width is decreased by 2 centimeters, its area is decreased by 24. So I'm going to try and set up an equation here. And now let's just say it. So it says if we take the big rectangle and find its area, so the area of the big rectangle is going to be decreased, so made smaller by 24. It's going to be equal to the area of the small rectangle. So the area of the big rectangle is going to be 2x times x minus 24 is going to be equal to the small one area, which is going to be 2x minus 4 times x minus 2. So we're going to solve this. So this will be 2x to the second. We need to eliminate our parentheses, minus 24. We're going to have to double distribute. So I'm going to have 2x times x minus 2, and then minus 4 times x minus 2. So that will be 2x squared minus 4x minus 4x, and then a negative 4 times a positive 2 is going to be positive 8. Now I want to get my terms all to one side, so I might subtract this 2x squared from both sides, and then that's going to leave me with negative, well, let's go ahead and just do this at the same time, and then I'm going to add the 24, oh, no, I'm going to leave it, and this is going to then give me negative 24 is equal to, well, this is gone as well, negative 4x minus 4x plus 8. So I'm going to combine these terms and get negative 8x plus 8 is equal to negative 24. I'm going to subtract my 8, so subtract 8 on both sides. And that will give me, I'm going to kind of draw a little box over here, that will give me negative 32 is equal to a negative 8x. Divide both sides by negative 8, and I get 4 is equal to x. So what in the world is 4? Well, let's look back at our picture. 4 represents the width of the big rectangle. So if we're going to find its original dimensions, it's what we started with, was the big rectangle. The original dimensions are going to be 4 by 2 times 4, which is 8. So my answer is going to be 4 centimeters by 8 centimeters. And I did just realize you couldn't see the little side box, so there it is right there. So let's move on down and look at the next one. Example 3, we have an oil painting that's 10 inches longer than it is wide. So we have a painting, so I'll draw here, which is 10 inches longer than it is wide, so x and x plus 10. And then our lovely painting is going to have a beautiful large frame around it here. So I'm going to draw a frame around it. And it's going to be a 3-inch wide frame. So it's going to be 3 from here to here. Same thing, 3 from here to here. And then it says if the area of the frame alone is 402 square inches. So what is the frame? Well, the frame is this area around it. So perhaps I'll kind of shade that in right there. So there's my frame, and it's equal to 402 square inches. What are the dimensions of the painting? So let's see. What I want to do, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to figure out the area of the big rectangle using a polynomial. So if you notice, this is x plus 10, so this is going to be x plus 10 up here, which is kind of this section. But it's got 3 added, so plus 3 on this side and plus 3 on that side as well. So it's this x plus 10 here, plus 3 here, and plus 3 there. So underneath it, I'm going to simplify it. So that's going to be x, and then 13 plus 3 is 16. So x plus 16 simplified. Then vertically, the width was x, so we have x, and so this part of it's x right here, and then it's going to be plus 3 down here, so plus 3, and then plus 3 up there. So x plus 3 plus 3, and so that's going to be x plus 6. All right, so we know that the frame is 402 inches, so if I take the inside rectangle and I add the frame to it, and the frame area, it's going to be equal to the big overall rectangle. So when I write an equation of that, the inside rectangle is going to be x times x plus 10. The frame we know is 402 inches, so I'm going to just put plus 402 is equal to the outside rectangle, which was x plus 16 times x plus 6. Scoot this over a little bit. All right, so this is what I have, and now I need to solve and find out what x is. So to do that, I need to first eliminate my parentheses, so distribute x squared plus 10x plus 402. And over here, I need to double distribute, so I get x squared plus 6x plus 16x plus 6 times 16, which is 96. I would, let's combine terms. So right now we have x squared plus 10x plus 402 is equal to x squared, and I have 6x plus 16, so that's plus 22x plus 96. When I subtract my x squareds from both sides of the equals, they subtract out, and so then we'll want to, I'll rewrite this, so then I have 10x plus 402 is equal to 22x plus 96. So let's subtract the 10x. And that's going to leave it out. That'll subtract out. That will leave me with 12x here. And then let's subtract 96 from both sides. And that'll subtract out. And here, I'm going to get 12 minus 6 is 6. 9 minus 9 is 0. 306 is equal to 12x. And then I will divide both sides by 12. And divide this, and you're going to get x is equal to 25 and 1/2. So the dimensions, which is asked for, of the painting, now the painting is the inside part of it, so this is the painting right here, would be x, so 25 and 1/2 by and then 25.5 plus 10, which is going to be 35.5, and it's inches, because we say square inches. All right, this was long, so I think what we'll do to finish up is that we will do the next two in class, example 4 and 5 in class next time, and I will have you do example 6, both A and B, for the video check. So remember that when you're working, you're going to eliminate your parentheses by distributing. You're going to combine like terms on both sides, and then get your x's together and your constants and divide to figure out your answer. So down here you'll have to double distribute. All right, so that's it.